welcome back to the lab. We are playing through Shadowrun Crossfire. We had a pretty good round, scene 1. We're just about to start scene 2, and I think the difficulty level is gonna spike very fast, and you'll see why. So now that we're in the third game round, we are going to start by revealing our first Crossfire event. And it is a grenade. The Street Samurai chooses a runner. That runner takes 2 damage. Deal 2 consecutive levels of damage to each obstacle facing that runner. So we're gonna hold off on applying that until I get these obstacles out. So the way we place obstacles now that it's scene 2 is basically we have to put out 1 obstacle from the hard pile for every level of Crossfire we're at. Since we're at Crossfire level 0, we don't have to draw from the hard pile yet. This is huge that we don't have to do that because these are very, very hard. So we can draw everything from the first. But in scene 2, we draw obstacles for the number of runners plus 1. So now we're going to have to face 3 obstacles. So we'll start with the first, and it's the same, it gets allocated the same way. So we turn a red obstacle. Red obstacle is a face obstacle. It's going to go against our face roll. So she gets the first one. And the second one's going to go to the troll, and the third one's going to go to our mage. So she got some pretty tough obstacles. I'll leave them like that. So she's got a gang leader, and they all have flipped, oh man. So each runner places 4 cards from the top of their deck into their discard pile. Alright, so we'll resolve these in order. So 4 cards from the top of their deck. So 1, 2, 3. We ran out of cards for her to discard, right? I'm going to actually put these off the mat so that I don't get mixed up here. If the runner has less than 4 cards in their deck, they don't reshuffle their cards. So we don't even have a deck anymore. That's just our discard, that's our hand, so she's good. So he's got to do 4 cards now. He doesn't have any cards in his deck, so he's not going to discard anything. So he actually made out pretty good. So then the next card we flipped was this. It's Spell Sniper. Each runner places 2 cards from the top of their deck into the discard pile. So what we're going to do is I'm going to reshuffle these now so that we can actually satisfy this one. We'll just do them in order. I think that makes sense. Alright, so each runner places 2 cards from the top of their pile, top of their deck into the discard. So we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2. If a runner has less than 2 cards in their deck, they don't reshuffle or discard more. Alright, you know what? Should have read that first. Since they both had everything in the discard pile, I'm just going to leave them in the discard pile. You know what? Let's leave that, because then that should have no effect. And then we'll go to the last one. The next runner who buys a card from the black market can pay 1 less for that card. Courier. That's actually a good effect. That's a really good effect. Okay. So I think we're square. I think we're square on that now. Alright, so we know that the Street Samurai Troll is going to get to go first. So we've got our obstacles out. We're going to play our Crossfire now. So the Street Samurai chooses a runner. He's going to choose himself, obviously, because he's got the most health. So he's going to go down to 4 hit points. That runner takes 2 damage. So he took his 2. Now he deals 2 consecutive levels of damage to each obstacle facing. Ooh, did I want to do that, or should I give it to her? Yeah, you know what? But that's going to put her damn near death. This is a tough call. Because I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to end up doing 2 levels to this guy, and those first 2 levels are kind of weak. I'm going to deal the 2 damage to her. So she goes down to 3 health. But I absolutely have to kill at least one of these, or she's going to go staggered in a turn. This one's a tough one, man. That's a really, really tough one. Alright, so this Crossfire event's going to stay in play for the rest of this round. At the end of the round, it gets discarded and we draw a new Crossfire card. And for every Crossfire card in our discard pile, that's going to raise our Crossfire level by that one. So we're going to go up to level 1 if we don't clear this out. By clearing this out, we will complete the scene, and by completing the scene before the end of the round, we get to bury this on the bottom of the deck, and we keep our Crossfire level at 0, which is what we want. So the sooner we can get rid of these guys, the better. So what I'm going to do is we'll start out with our Street Samurai turn. Alright, he's got quite a few cards, and remember, in my discard pile, I had this jacked in. So I can discard another card at the beginning of my turn to take that. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to discard this quick shot and pull this guy from my discard into my hand. I think that's pretty powerful, right? Now, this icon grab is also another good card that I can combo off of jacked in. So I'm definitely going to start out with jacked in. And I think we need to take care of what we got going on down here. So I'm going to play, so this is where I'll start to allocate my cards. I'll play my cards, and then I'll apply all of the damage at the end. So I'm going to play the Street Smarts on him, and that's going to finish that guy off. Now, can I knock this guy out? There's a good chance I could, based on what I have here. So if I play jacked in, I need to do 2 generic. This guy's got 6 levels, by the way. 2 generic, 1 red, 2 generic, 2 generic, 1 green, 1 red. So I need to do 2 levels of 2 generic, so that's 4 combat. So I will do 1, 2, so that gets me past the first level. 3, 4, that gets me past the second level. 1 for green, and since I played another hacking card, I can play this as a red as well. So this will be worth 1 green, 1 red, and that'll finish that off. And I've got 1 left, and I'm going to play it on his. That was a huge hand. So let's apply damage. So 1 generic to start off on this one, so we've done that. This goes in his discard. We've got 1 red, which actually finishes off the gang leader. That goes in the discard pile, and that's worth 5 new yen. So let's dish that out now so I don't forget. So we start with him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have 2 generic, 1 green, 1 red. That ends him. Now remember, the next runner who buys a card from the black market can pay 1 less new yen for that card, and he's worth 8. So let's dish out the 8. We'll discard these, and we'll dish out 8. So we'll give him 4 each. So what I'll do is I'll just take 1 from each, give him a 5, just to make this easy. Alright, so he's like rich now, man. So his turn was really good. So now I have to apply damage. So he actually takes another hit from this spell sniper, which is fine. I mean, considering what those cards could have did to her, and he with 1 hand just wiped out 2 obstacles. This guy's a beast. And that's all. Those were all Decker skills too, which I'm surprised. I was expecting the Street Samurai skills to be the way he went, but hell, those combos are nasty. All right, so he gets to draw up 2 cards. 1, 2. We'll put his hand here, and now he gets to purchase. So he's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I get to spend 1 less for a card. I can buy as many cards as I want. So I'm going to buy this for 4, and it goes into my hand. I'll give it 5. And now I have 5 left. What should I buy? I'm going to buy this. No. I'm going to buy this katana. I have to buy the katana. How do you not buy a katana? Alright, so that's 4. His purchasing is done. His turn is over. Now we move on to the girl. So she is going to start her play. Let's see if she can take care of this this spell sniper, right? We've got to do at least one. So we'll do one blue. And now I need to do 4 generic. And she's only got 4 generics here, right? So we might as well play them all, I think. Does this guy have an assist in his hand? Please tell me he does. And he does. Alright, so he's got an assist card that he can play now. You can play it not on your turn, and it's choose a runner, her. That runner heals 1 hit point. She's back up to 4, and gets damage of 1 red. So I'm going to play 1 for the blue, and I need to do 4 generic. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 blue. Blue. That's going to take care of the sniper. So this goes actually in his discard pile now, so he doesn't get to play that anymore. This gets resolved and kills this spell sniper, and she's worth 5 new yen. So we're going to discard her, and we will pay out our 5, and that was the mage who did that, so she's going to get 3 and he's going to get 2. Wow, she's rich too now. So she's going to get to draw up her cards now, so she doesn't take any damage. She's dealt her damage. Now she draws up the 2 cards, because she doesn't have any. 1, 2, and then gets to spend money. So and I gotta bring these out. I should have brought them out before. That's a good card too, Covering Fire. She's gonna buy that fireball, there's no question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, she's short. No, she's not short. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What kind of math was I doing? Alright, so she got 9. She's buying that fireball. She's got 3 new yen left. Does she spend it? I don't think she spent it. She's going to hold on. She doesn't need to spend that right now. And that is the end of her turn. End of round 2. Oh, that was a good round, man. That was a really good round. I can't even believe how good of a round that was. Okay. We actually have a shot. I'm a little wary though, because their hands are really small now. I pretty much blew everything they had on that second round just so I could get rid of this. Because we finished the round, they each get 1 health, so she goes back up to max. He goes up to 6. This goes on the bottom. They're each allowed to make a purchase now because she ended up finishing the round again. He gets the first dibs on a purchase, or he could pass. He is going to pass. She is going to pass, and he once again is going to start out the next turn. So that ends that, and I will set up scene 3 as soon as we get back. I'm gonna end the video. This will be a short one, but I think it was a pretty exciting one, and we'll come back for round 3 and see if these guys are gonna be able to seal the deal here, or are they gonna have to abort and get out of Dodge. You never know with this game because a lot of bad things could turn up, and fortunately, I don't know how we've been able to keep the Crossfire deck level at 0. We've had a tremendous amount of luck, I think. So it's going to keep us from having to pull some heavy cards again, and it's huge. We're gonna pull some normal deck cards again and just have to rip through it and hope we survive the beating they're gonna dish out. So, all right. Hope you enjoyed this one. So I guess we'll continue this on the next video. So thanks for watching.